Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alison, the online piano and the online violin tutor, and welcome to another weekly vlog or roundup, whatever you want to call these things. So I just wanted to start the video off by just telling you what I've been doing the past week really. And in terms of videos I've released on my channel, I released a really good video, or what I thought was a really good video anyway. When did I release that? 4 days ago, so I don't know, Wednesday I think I released the video, and it was are you teaching yourself the piano or the violin online versus a physical tutor? So the video is basically all about learning online versus learning with a physical tutor. It was quite an in-depth video. The video was about 15 minutes long, so it was quite an in-depth video, so I'm not going to recreate the video here for you. I'll put a link to the video underneath here if you want to go ahead and watch that. But it's really, that video had really sparked off quite a few conversations with a lot of you in said situation where you are teaching yourself online. And you know, I know it's always somewhat of a sort of controversial subject. I mean, I'm a professional musician. I'm a classically trained musician. I've gone through, you know, all the grades that we have in the UK. I've done, you know, the degree and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I get it from a private teacher's point of view, but I really, really, genuinely, hand on heart, do you feel that you can learn well online? However, I think you need to go to the right place to learn well online. So as long as you're following a good online course, i.e. mine, obviously, but seriously, as long as you are following a good online course and someone who knows what they're talking about and someone that has a well-structured course and not just scattergunning about all over the place where the videos are everywhere and 1 minute you're doing a video on this and then a video on that, you know, as long as you're following something structured and you're following someone you believe in and someone who knows what they're talking about, then yes, you can absolutely 100% learn online. And I've, you know, the proof is in the pudding. I've had so many of you well, I mean, look at my subscriber videos, my new series, Subscriber Sunday. I know it's only just started, it's getting going. But I would say, I think the ones that we've had so far, the violin ones at least anyway, have all been self-teaching at home with no prior knowledge of any violin at all. So they don't know anything about anything. And they've just been following my videos and my courses and my books online. And that is the proof. That is the fruits of what they've come out with. Yes, they're beginners and it doesn't sound perfect. Of course it doesn't, because they've only been going a few weeks or a few months or whatever. But the point is, you can absolutely learn online yourself. If you want to be a professional, then obviously you need to take qualifications and there's a different route. But you know, for 99% of people, yeah, you could get yourself to a very, very good, decent, accomplished kind of intermediate level. So anyway, go and watch that video. It's a very interesting video. I think for those of you watching this video, if you've probably seen it already, but if you haven't, I'll put a link in the description under these videos. So go check that out. What else did I release this week? So I think on Saturday it was. So I'm just looking to see the videos I've released on my own YouTube channel, which are just on my laptop here. So on Saturday I released one of my like a performance of one of the pieces, one of the 10 pieces out of my newest book that I released. Oh, when did I release that? About November last year, December. I think it was November last year I released it. And it goes with the collection of piano books that I've got, or my 1 to 40 piano course. So that's 40 videos, 40 lessons, and that comes with 7 books. They're available on my shop. I'll put a link to them if you just want to go and have a look at those. Now, I've written Songbook 1, the new collection. So basically it goes with Tutorial Book 1 and the original Songbook 1. And I've just written another Songbook 1 called the new collection, just so it kind of avoids confusion. Anyway, the Songbook 1, the new collection, contains a further 10 pieces that is exactly the same level as Tutorial Book 1 and Songbook 1. And I just wanted to give you guys that were learning the piano just a little bit more, to practice. So maybe you are a complete beginner and you've gone through the tutorial book, great, and then you go on to the Songbook 1, great, but perhaps you still don't quite feel ready to go up to Songbook 2 yet, so why not have a go at another 10 pieces at the level 1 and, you know, reaffirm that information to help you out further before you move on to book 2. It's always a good idea to never move on any further in anything if you haven't accomplished the previous, the previous level or the previous part. So that's what that book is designed for. And one of the pieces called Finger Strengthen came out on Saturday. So that was that. I'll put a link in the description of underneath that as well. And then I think also, was it on Saturday or Sunday, it might have been, whenever it was, I released, I think it was yesterday actually, whatever. I released 2 patron pieces, 2 patron piano pieces. So one of them was Moon River and one by Henry Mancini, and the other one was Shotgun by George Ezra. Now, if you don't, some of you watching this, I don't know how many of you know about my patron page, but I've got a pretty big patron page now that's been running for about 1.5 years, and on that I put out lots and lots and lots of sheet music for both violin and piano. So it's like a subscription service. So you pay monthly, but you pay as little as $1 per month. $1 is all it is to get access to hundreds, literally hundreds of sheets of music. You would not find that anywhere else in the world. So again, I'll put a link to my Patreon page underneath it, but like I said, you can pledge as little as $1 a month and you'll get access to all the sheets of music on my Patreon page. And then the more you pledge, the more benefits you get from it. And then yesterday another subscriber Sunday went out, and that was Alan all the way from Uganda, and he sent in a video of him playing the violin, and he just wanted a little bit of he just wanted some sort of basic technique kind of help. So so we watched the video together in the video, and then I kind of critiqued, or whatever you want to call it, to try and see if we couldn't improve his playing. So he went out yesterday, or his video went out yesterday, and if you have a particular technique that you are struggling with as well, either piano or violin, both is fine, and you want a little bit of help with something, maybe it's vibrato, some sort of bowing technique, anything like that. If you're struggling with something, then send your video in to me. Again, I'll put a link to I'll put an email address actually where you need to send the video to underneath this video. But send me your video. The video just has to be 30 seconds to about 1 minute long. Not really any longer than that, but I can cut them down when I'm doing the editing. You don't even have to talk on the video at all. You just need to, just get straight on with the playing. I'll do all the talking. I'll do all the heavy lifting my end. But as long as you can send me the video, I'll have a look at the video, and assuming that all is okay and we can use it, then then I can feature you on the channel. But the whole idea behind this, as I said before, is that I just think it's a really, really good idea, because I know a lot of you out there are self-learning, you're self-teaching, and you don't really have a soundboard. You don't have access to a teacher. You don't want a teacher. You don't just want to pay $50 for a one-off teacher and then that's it again, because it doesn't sort of quite work that way. So this is ideal for you personally to get a little bit of help. But not only that, these videos are really good because I know that everybody else is suffering from the same problem. When all of you are beginner violinists, you're basically all the same. I've done enough teaching in my time, and I've been teaching long enough in my time, and I've seen enough students to know that pretty much everybody does the same thing when they're first starting out. So all of these problems that you guys have, I can 100% guarantee that everybody has the same problem as well. It's very difficult for me to personally solve those problems because I'm professional. I've been playing for so long. I can't really replicate those situations. So by you guys sending me in those videos, you can see that other people are in exactly the same boat as you, and then not only that, you can gauge my response to see what I would do if I was physically your teacher helping you. So this is where I think those series is really good. I think I spoke about it either last vlog or the vlog before, whatever it was, and I spoke about doing a live Q&A, and I was going to set all my equipment up and do a live Q&A on my laptop, and I was thinking of doing that on a Sunday evening, 6 p.m. UK time, so whatever that's going to be in America. I think if you're in New York, you're something like 5 or 6 hours behind. So basically for you guys in America, that's anywhere you are in America, because I think you're anywhere between sort of 5 and 8 hours, depending on whether you're on the you know, whether you're on the Californian coast or whether you're closer to New York, or you know, whatever it is. So wherever you are, you'll be able to work that out. So I was thinking of doing a live Q&A on a Sunday. I don't know which Sunday yet, but a Sunday. I will announce it, don't worry, at around about 6 p.m. because then it's not too late for me and it's sort of a Sunday afternoon for you guys. So what I'm saying is, do you have any questions for me? And as a friend of mine always says, you can ask me any question you like as long as it's not too rude. And I have to admit that is I've nicked that from Sham. Sham has a great channel. She's a fantastic singer. You've probably seen me do a few duets with her, Violin, and she does the singing. I'll put a link to her channel underneath. But she does some Q&As as well, and she says, you know, send me any question you like and I'll answer them as long as it's not too rude. So I'll answer anything personal if you like as well. Again, as long as it's not too rude, but I don't know, whatever you want to know. So it doesn't have to be necessarily musical. It can be musical if you like, or you can just be nosy and just ask me any question. And if I don't want to answer it, then I won't answer it. And obviously as well, if I get enough questions, I will actually be able to do a live Q&A. So I think in the answer to when I'll do the live Q&A will probably depend on when I've got enough questions. And also what I thought as well, I would intersperse the live Q&A with some live playing on the violin as well. So it might just break it up a little bit. So I honestly, I don't know. I need to just do one and just see how it goes and see if anybody's interested. Or I might end up not making it a live Q&A and just kind of getting the questions in beforehand, like I'm asking you guys for questions now, and then filming said Q&A in this kind of stance and then just putting that out on my channel. It might not necessarily be live, but I really want to get the live element of things in there. I don't know, I'm just really itching to do something live and interactive. So I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are. Whatever. So on a more personal note, this is Billy Bob, and this week he had a cut and wash, and we had a really nice girl called Jess that came to the house, and she has like a mobile dog grooming business, which is great because she comes direct to your door, and yeah, so she gave him a little bit of a cut and a trim. I'll show you some pictures of what he looked like before. He wasn't that bad, but yeah, he's gone quite short, and I really like it. Right there. So this is Billy Bob. Yeah. Right there. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I'm going to leave this vlog here for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check the videos and the other links directly underneath this, and get your questions in as well if you want to participate in the live Q&A, and details as to when and all that kind of thing I will announce at some point. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye from me and Billy Bob.